I was at the studio with my brother Riggs, and he was working on a project called Gold. And this project that he was doing, he was working with DJ Muggs. You know what I'm saying? He produced the entire project. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was just even dope. You know what I mean? Just being there, being able to witness, what I'm seeing with my eyes. You know what I mean? This is a hip hop legend right here. You know what I mean? DJ Muggs is a hip hop legend that's been in this field for 30 plus years now. You know what I mean? If you know who DJ Muggs is, you know. But for those of you who don't know, DJ Muggs is, one of the members from Cypress Hill. You know what I mean? And one of the famous songs you probably heard from him is How I Could Just Kill a Man.
What you gonna do? Shoot me in the elevator?
Damn, yo, please come here, you okay, bro? Yo,
You know what I mean? But that's just a little info, who he is for those who don't know. And it was just ill to see because somebody who's a hip hop legend, you know what I mean, work with somebody who's on their way to become that, you know what I mean, somewhere later on down the line, you know what I mean? Like, that shit was just dope to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was just history to me right there. I got to chop it up with Monks for a few minutes or two, you know what I mean? When, he would, when bro would, get away from the mic, he'd go back, we write some shit, you know what I mean? I chop it up with him, and, he tossed me a few gems, yo, like, that I still cherish to this day, you know what I mean? And I got it in the back of my mind, you know what I mean? But them gems, I don't want to share to the world because, those gems is something special that he gave to me. So I don't want to tell y'all that. That's not for y'all. Yeah, I'm selfish right now. Fuck you if you don't like that. I don't care. But, you know what I mean? It was just some real inspirational shit that he tossed my way. And, that just, I don't know what that did, but, it charged the battery in my back a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because it's different when you get, you know what I mean, some knowledge, some gems from somebody that's 100% solidified in the game, made their mark, and, is known all around the world, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just thought that was just ill, just getting some gems from him. I sat back, I just started writing. I started coming up with some ideas that I seen for the joint every season, but there was a certain look that I wanted. Cause like all the things I had written down, I'm like, this is cool, this is dope. But I'm like, I need something that looks fucking greasy. Like if you worked with me before, I love a nice greasy aesthetic. I don't know what the fuck it is with me in greasy shit. I don't know. Maybe it's cause I'm a product of that. I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean? Or it's because it's the East Side Rochesterian in me. I don't fucking know. I just love a nice, good, greasy aesthetic every here and there. You know what I mean? So I start scrolling through the phone, just looking in Google, looking in this joint, looking in that joint. And the one look that came to mind that I liked, and I also had a little bit of knowledge of, was Watts. There's this place called Nickerson Gardens. You know what I mean? Man, when I came across that, I said, yo, this the spot right here. We gotta shoot some scenes here. We have to. There's just something about it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got a little bit of knowledge on Watts. I don't know every and anything about it, but I got a little bit of knowledge on Watts. At that time in 2021, October 2021, you know what I mean? I knew that was J-Rock's hood. J-Rock of TDE. I knew that was his hood. You know what I mean? And also Top Dog, you know what I mean? Who runs TDE. You know what I mean? I knew that both of them was from over there. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to rap battle there. All kind of shit over there. You know what I mean? Like that's like historical over there. You know what I'm saying? When we talk music and shit like that. Fast forward today, you know what I'm saying? It's 2025. Last summer of July 2024, you know what I mean? Kendrick Lamar shot Not Like Us over there. So, like, that shit was just crazy, you know what I mean? I shot October 2021, and he shot July 2024. So like that shit was just dope to see. You know what I mean? Like that shit was fire.
Yo, this for every tear that I never shed, every fear that I ever bled. See niggas get cases cause they ain't in them the bag. You only tough in your head, ain't leave no blood in the backseat. Shots hit your man, it's on you, but you actually you know me. Excellent speed, he caught a strong slap. You live what you learn, that niggas playing the wrong rap. You can tell how they move if niggas really be on that. Very 2K by a gun, cause I'm in the combat. Fuck a small stack, no phone when I'm on track. Good on trash shit, he compressing, this nigga soft whack. Cousin on the run, it's over, they made his mom ratty hurt. Now when I seen it all come together, I wasn't expecting it to gel like it did, cause it was a lot of different aesthetics, different scenarios mixed together, but it all fit the topics, it all fit the content, and the little shit of the B-roll, like the little toy needle and the shit that was in there.
Yeah, that was a
liked it,
sign
all
right
that
there
little
from the
shit.
universe. That was a sign right there.
I liked it, that shit. Nah, man, so, yeah. If y'all ain't checked that, go check that. Know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out my son for bringing them dogs out, man. He was telling us too, like, yo, you gotta be firm or he gonna try you. He said that to both of us. Man, came close to that motherfucker, looked at him for a second, and what'd he do? Try. He jumped up, gave me a dap with his head. He was like, yo, I told you. Then after that, he was chilling. He started to try Gates a couple times, but he got him in line. But yo, beautiful dogs, beautiful video.
Dopest thing that stood out to me about the shoot, you know, was being in a different place, you know what I mean, outside Rochester, you know what I'm saying, getting some scenes for this video, you know what I mean, a whole different city, whole different state. And, you know, like I said, us being in Watts, you know what I mean, like that shit was just, it was different over there. You know what I mean? It was real different, you know, from the projects we have here. So it's like, it was just dope just seeing, you know what was different about it, but also too, you know, just seeing some of the similarities, you know what I mean, as far as like that energy, that feel. But you know what I mean, I just thought that was just ill, being in another city, another state, and you know, showing love over there, shooting, you know what I'm saying. Second thing that I thought was dope, you know what I mean, I've never done this before, you know what I mean, but Riggs, he had took me to a gun range, and you know, we got some scenes in there. You know, he had some, I don't know what kind of joint he had, but he had some big shit, you know what I mean, and was just letting rounds off in that motherfucker, and that shit was crazy. And if you don't got them joints on, and you shooting in a facility like that, where all the sound is trapped in, you gonna fuck around, lose your hearing, you know what I'm saying, ears start bleeding and shit, like, that shit was different in there, man. It was different, you know what I mean? I've never been to a gun range before, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that shit was cool, just, you know, being able to go in there, get some scenes, and, you know, them being cool with it. And, you know, we didn't even shoot performances. It was just all B-roll. As I'm just sitting there, I'm just waiting for him to start firing. Man, he started letting shots off. Bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? We gonna say this. If you want to become target practice, listen, you could become that. That's easy. But I just want you to know, the aim is on point. Ain't no shots being missed, for real. On some real shit, the third thing that I thought was dope, you know, not only was seeing the video, you know, come together how it did, and, you know, everything making sense and lining up, but I just thought, you know, like a few of the people from out west, you know, that seen the video once it dropped, you know what I mean, them just showing love, you know what I mean, the bro, you know what I mean, cause it was a few people from out there, from out west, that seen the video and was like, yo, he in Watts with it, yo, what the fuck, yo, this fire, yo, this is dope, this is this is that. So, like, that's what I thought was dope, you know what I mean, just seeing how the people would react to the video. You know what I'm saying? But, You know, that's just a few dope things right there of what I thought about the shoe.
Don't know why, know it's my main on that. Stupid motherfuckers be careless of where they stash it. The worst thing to do when you hustle is have a pattern. I can't feel the niggas, it's cause I know they be acting. I bring them joints out and we do that shit you imagine. This crack got a deep 10, 20s look like a pecan. I made out of 10 with the 40, that's with my weak hand. I'ma make this money wherever my fucking feet land. Stupid, you would've failed when them lanes we ran.
Your experience.
I ain't no shit. I ain't do no recon like I shoulda. I ain't no shit. Ain't know where the fuck I was at. Then we got there, shit was yellow as a motherfucker. It looked greasy, and I'm like, yeah, it matched the look. Now, when we hopped out, they had these shits you hang clothes on in the middle. We started looking for what shots we wanted. I'm looking through niggas' windows, see like who looking and who ain't. And it was pretty chill. What time was we there?
It was about like mid-noon or
That's
something.
what I thought, like 12:30
Cause
some
after
shit.
we left Mug's studio, cause we was at Mug's studio early in the morning.
Yeah.
So after we left there, by like being there 4 hours, I want to say maybe it was like 1, 2 o'clock, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm thinking. It started to turn up slowly. We was moving around. You started to see people look. I'm like, who the fuck is them? Car went by, super tinted. That bitch can't even say it's a 5%. It looked like a 3%. A bubbly tint. Looked like one they did themselves. Not professional. Some shit a nigga did in the backyard of a driveway with a fucked up scraper. Couldn't see in that shit. Niggas was looking a little weird when we was by the railroad tracks. And it's common shit. You in somebody else hood, they from there, they gonna look at you crazy. And I was building with bro telling him either one of the two things gonna happen. Niggas gonna come up, get ignorant, and be like, yo, fuck is you niggas doing? Or they just gonna keep it moving and let you do what you doing. If they would've pulled up, just would've been honest. From New York, don't know shit about nothing over here. It's got a good aesthetic. We shooting the vid. We'll be on our way. But ain't none of that happen. Niggas just look from afar. Kept it peace. We kept it peace. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, I don't like politics where you go in any hood, whether it's New York or anywhere, Baltimore, Philly, like, and niggas, you see a nigga creating, like trying to do something. It's different now if a nigga front and he acting like he from there. That's different. Then I believe it's right to run down. But if you see somebody just trying to pull something to life and he bigging your hood up, putting your hood on the map, supposed to support that shit. Long as a nigga ain't a sucker or shit along them lines. So I be running into that shit here. Like when I see, this is about to go to a whole nother conversation, but I was over there a little bit down Borchard. This like the video before Coconut Water, or was it Coconut Water? And you was setting up by the sign. And some nigga had came up when I had got my shit out the truck. You was still a little bit down the street. He was like, yo, what you doing? I said, shooting a video. He said, you shooting it right here? And then when he said that, I'm in my head like, alright, you gonna do something to yourself depending on your next statement. And he was like, when he said, yo, you shooting it right here? I said, yeah. He looked at me, I looked at him, and it was a weird ass brief moment. You ain't even see none of that shit.
I know, yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I'm talking
coconut,
about?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
coconut water.
So
I remember that,
we had
yeah.
a brief moment, and I'm looking at the nigga, and then he smirked, cause my intensity started picking up. Like, all right, we not about to have an open interview. This ain't a McDonald's entry position, bitch. I'm from this block. You're not gonna ask me another question. And he didn't. And I mean, he kept it moving. But it shouldn't even be like that. It should just, you know, a nigga is trying to put some shit on. So anyway, I say all that to say, it was love over there, and it could have been niggas over there that ain't want to show no love and been on some bullshit. I get it. But I think niggas should just let creators create and make dope shit. But anyway, to wrap this shit up, yeah, it was cool. We shot by the train tracks, shot by the back where the walkway was. We shot through the main walkways in between. We shot all through that motherfucker. It came out dope. Came back, mixed in some Rochester shit, and bro put that shit together, son. I mean,
I'm listening first, go get you a hearse. I get that feeling in my heart when I step in the church. The suckers in my man's way, I ain't easing it out. He ain't even like you niggas, fuck you grieving about.
Every season I buy a Glock for no reason, I get you shot. Play a star in this movie for acting like who you not. Pull a joint on your mommy and smack the shit out your pops. Rolling up the dead, I twist the shit up the tops. Y'all wasn't talking like this, y'all never was saying ops. You niggas was from a side where the neighbors would call the cops.
Working with Riggs is an honor. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a lot of artists in this field of work that I met, you know, that are just very down to earth, cool as a bitch, and solid. You know what I mean? A few things for certain that I could speak on is bro's work ethic. Bro's work ethic is strong as a bitch. Like, know what I mean? Like, it's people I still work with today, you know, that's my fam, that's my brother, that's my sister, you know what I mean, whose work ethic is very strong. But when we talk about bro, man, listen, keep it real with you, this dude's work ethic is so strong, he will sit here and keep going and going and going before he be like, yo, we gotta take a break, we gotta stop. Or yo, we'll come back to this shit later. Nah, he's the type of dude, he's gonna execute and he don't give a fuck how long it takes. As long as the shit is done, that's all that matter to him. And it's like working with bro, you know what I mean? Like, he's a mirror of me. You understand what I'm saying? Our work ethic is strong as a bitch. Like, nobody could fuck with us vocally and visually. You know what I mean? What the fuck I gotta sit here and lie for or be loud about this shit for? I'm keeping it real. You motherfuckers is not like us, vocally or visually. I said it. That's my last time saying it. And you know, like, bro, he's very dedicated to his craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll sit here and work on something for a month. It could be one thing. He'll work on that one thing for a month and then push it out to the world before he literally works on this shit in one day and then just puts it out to the world and that's that. Like, nah. You know what I mean? He's a very calculated dude. You know what I mean? So everything has to make sense, you know, when it comes to his craft. And the other thing, too, I'm going to put you on the word of the day right here. This is a word of the day. When it comes to bro, he is very virtuoso. And for those who don't know what that word means, that word right there, it means being highly great at creating music or another form of art. You know what I mean? One thing I definitely say with bro is that he's big-hearted. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody that really wants to see you win. This is somebody that wants to see you grow. This is somebody who's there for you in your corner. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a lot of people like this I've met in this field of work at all. Like, at all. Real shit. Like, it's not. It's not a lot of people I met like, bro. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And yeah, I gotta be serious about this shit. I can't sit here and be all low, laughing and joking about this shit. I'm dead ass. It's not a lot of people like bro in this field of work. There's motherfuckers in this field of work, I just be like, man, can't wait to just cut you off and not work with you again. I can't stand you. You a sucker. You a bitch ass motherfucker. Bro is big hearted. Bro is one of the most solid people I've ever fucking met when it comes to this shit, man. Like, there was a point in time where he wasn't my brother 100%. You understand what I'm saying? Because when he first brought me in, you know, he was still filling me out and as to who I was as a person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he rocked with me off rip. He loved my energy, you know what I'm saying? But he still needed to know a little bit more of who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, over time, you know, I start coming around him more. And, you know, him just, yo, Zay, pull up. Yo, we got this going on. Yo, Zay, pull up. Just pulling up and just being around him a lot more. You know, he really got to see who I was. But also on my side, I got to see who he was too. You know what I mean? Like, it's artists in this field of work that I've met who are nowhere near who the fuck Riggs is. You know what I mean? And I'm not even talking about musically. Fuck music right now. You know what I mean? I love music, but fuck music right now. Outside of music, who the fuck are you as a person? You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's one of the most down-to-earth people. Cool as a bitch. smart, funny as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, man, he's just a great dude. You know what I mean? For real, son. And it's like it's not a lot of people that I meet like this. You know what I mean? And it's like when I meet people like him, it's very rare. You know, when it comes to people like this that are rare, you know what I mean? I cherish them with all my heart. I don't give a fuck how vulnerable I sound right now. That's my brother. You know what I mean? Like, if a motherfucker was talking crazy on the net and said some crazy shit about my brother, I'm pulling up to that motherfucker's door and I'm kicking that shit in. I'm rearranging that whole motherfucker's jaw. Bet you won't say that shit again. Swear to mommy. Swear to your mother. Swear to your grandmother. And swear to anybody you love. I'm pulling up to your shit and I'm rearranging your whole fucking jaw. And I bet you won't say no crazy shit again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, real shit, man. It's my brother, man. I love that dude to death. I love that dude till he drop my fucking casket in the dirt. You hear what I'm saying? It's my brother right there. You know what I mean? He's one of the 5 I crash out for. You know what I mean? Real shit. I'm just keeping it real, man. I don't know how to, be fraudulent and, say shit that don't feel real. This is all real. This is from the heart. You know what I mean? And a lot of you motherfuckers, y'all got a problem with, keeping it real when it come to your people. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know how to keep it real. Y'all just want to keep this shit all bottled up. You know what I mean? Or better yet, y'all want to speak on shit, when motherfuckers is not living and breathing no more. You know what I mean? Give your people they flowers while they here, while they breathing, man. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, can we make it a trend to be vulnerable and give people they flowers? Give your loved ones they flowers? I don't got no problem at all ever talking about this shit. This shit is easy for me. You know why? Because it's from the heart. I don't got to make up lies. I don't got to do none of this shit you weird motherfuckers do out here. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, it's my brother. We really built a bond off of music. You know what I mean? We created a brotherhood off of music. It's not too many people I could ever say that with when it comes down to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could call his jack right now, he gonna pick up. He could call my jack right now, I'm gonna pick up. Real shit, son. That's my brother. Some real shit. I want you motherfuckers to be ready and prepared for I Got Samples 3. Because when that bitch drop, it's over. You either gonna stop rapping or it's gonna push you to be a better lyricist because the shit you've been putting out is dog shit. Just keeping it real, man. But, yeah. Stay tuned. I Got Samples 3. Stupid!